Okay.
something that you're.
So historically, teaching in artificial intelligence of any kind has involved computer scientists writing lines and lines of code for task-specific functions. So my question to you today is, how does it feel to be artificial general intelligence's first teachers and to develop a learning curriculum for AGI?
First of all, intimidating with all of that.
We're doing that?
Yeah, I have no idea. It's also really exciting to, I think it could also help education in the future, and I don't, it seems such a simplistic word, because there's so much of it that's a question. Like a lot of the words you just said was like, okay, because I know a lot of education words, and educational topics, but the technology side of it it blows me away on how this could maybe impact curriculum, how it could impact our world, and in a positive way. I'm choosing to look at it as in a very positive way. So that's
Well, and I just think it's really fun for the challenge piece and the writing the curriculum piece. I mean, we've all had such good experience of developing rich curriculum.
Yeah.
So then how do we take that and, really teach you guys how to teach Nigel? It's like the implications are mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Cool.
I love being, I was excited just about being able to work with previous teachers that I worked with before, since I relocated a year ago. So that piece of it was really fun for me, but then the broader knowledge of being able to, as an educator, I always want to learn new things anyway. And so being able to be a part of a professional team that's doing something to make a difference was kind of what was exciting and intriguing for me. And it's a little bit scary too, absolutely, but
because you don't
I think
really
you
know.
need, you don't, but I think things in life you don't make progress if something isn't a little bit scary or a little bit hard or a little bit tough. And I think being able to be a part of something like that is just exciting and scary, and I look forward to seeing where it goes. Exhilarating, and it forces me to keep my neurons learning new things because I don't know, I think people in general just want to learn new things, but as I think educators, we tend to be a little bit crazy about wanting to learn new things.
Sure. Yeah.
And so that piece of it is very cool.
So talk about killing jobs. You might be paving a way for a new type of job for teachers.
Yeah. Exactly.
Beyond humans to machines.
I don't know.
That's an interesting student teacher right there.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
A bunch of robots with backpacks.
I think it can raise the bar, I think, for teachers, which I think is needed in the world of education, where we need good, solid, strong educators. And if we have something like Nigel as a partner to help us do our jobs better, that means we better be doing our jobs better and to the best that we can as well. And so, I feel pretty strongly that there's
So you're not fearing Nigel. You're seeing Nigel potentially as a partner eventually.
Absolutely.
In education.
And I think if you're threatened by something, then I don't know. You need to question what you're doing.
I will still hold to the fact that there will be things that are unique to human nature that that I need to develop in my students.
Sure.
Those things that are so innately human that a computer can't take it over, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Well, and we always joke as teachers, like, "Oh man, if I just had an assistant," and really, kind of touching on what she was.
I can see classrooms with the little robot running around in class. Go ask Nigel.
Nigel, do not tell them the answer. Ask them to tell you what. But I mean, we joke, but that could be something like we're talking, years down the line, where you don't even really. It's like the possibilities you haven't even thought of. Like we talk now about how we're teaching children who are going to have jobs that are not even invented yet.
Right.
And so I want to give my students now, like I said, I've been teaching for 21 years. I've seen a lot of in education in that time. The pendulum, we talk about a pendulum swinging back and forth. But what what needs to happen now is the way we teach children needs to be different, because the science and the technology is going to be so vastly different than what we have now. Like I said, we do say we're teaching them to have jobs they don't even know, that aren't even invented yet, that we haven't thought of. But maybe there's some, there's child inventors out there at 13 that are
Sure.
But I think
blowing
even
the world
though
away.
you said that you've seen that pendulum swing, so for the majority of the classrooms in the United States, you will walk in, you'll still see
Yes.
desks in a row and
Yeah.
the teacher up
Right.
front teaching, and
Yeah.
it has not evolved and changed the way that it has needed to. And so I think
Yes.
some of the fear comes in with like jumping those people who are much more traditionally in their practices
Mhm.
to have them even try. They're so
Try
far
something new.
removed from,
Yeah.
from change already that then talking about
Mhm.
this change is
Mm.
where their
Yeah.
fear comes in, because we fear the unknown.
But
more.
yet, in order to get those children ready for the world in this century, you have to address that. You have to address the way you teach and the way you deliver your material, the way you have